Hello everyone, I am the Shinigami,
And I am the Quincy.
and today we're reviewing Bleach Chapter 537,
Everything but the rain, off 10.
off 10. I didn't even check to see if it wasn't off, but I guess it is, so, oh well. uh, Pretty
Um,
interesting chapter today.
this should be the final op, by the way,
Yeah, should be.
because we are fully out of the flashback.
Yeah, and Ichigo has left the household. So,
Yes.
yeah, so this should be the final up. Alright, so we'll go over the key points. First key point is where we start off from where we ended last week. Ishin is about to tell Ichigo about Masaki's death. There's more flashbacks, and then Ishin talks about Uryu's mom and what happened with her. Some flashbacks. Third key point is probably Ishin talks about everybody's relation to Juho Bach, which would probably be part of the Uryu's mom part. And then the fourth key point is Ichigo leaves the house, and we see someone who we haven't seen in a while.
A big return.
A big return. So, I will start with the first part where we talk about how Masaki died, really. Ishin explains some more, and we find out that she was in a weakened state from Grand Fisher due to Juho Bach using a certain power that helps him basically suck out all the powers of a Quincy, or mixed blood Quincy's, so that he can gain power. And I was a little bit confused on this part because she's not technically mixed blood, but he did somehow because she was weakened. Or maybe he took some impurities out of her, I don't know. But it still weakened her. And the Grand Fisher apparently killed her. So, I was wrong, in a way. And, yeah, not a whole lot to say about this part. It was mostly just flashbacks and just figuring everything out. But I did like it being there, so we finally know. We have concrete stuff. What did you think, Quincy?
Um, what was the first key point again? Sorry,
First,
still fanboying.
it was alright. First key point was Ishin talking about how Masaki died, and just sort of flashing
Well,
back to it.
Ishin said he felt through Grand Fisher and Masaki's spiritual pressures, and that Masaki really shouldn't have died. She should have had just murdered him
Yeah,
pretty quickly. Um, and the fact that Ishin even said, I didn't go save Masaki
yeah,
because I couldn't do anything without my powers.
yeah,
So, like, that must be really hard for him,
yeah,
knowing that, like, if he had his powers, he could have stopped her from dying. Uh, but I really don't have much to say to that. I mean, you pretty much said everything.
yeah,
Um, but it was good. Finally, be able to clear things up. I'm pretty sure every bleacher in the world, thought Grand Fisher didn't kill Masaki. But I'm gonna hold to my beliefs and say that there's more to that than we know.
yeah. Yeah, there could still be more because Ishin didn't go, so it's not like he actually saw it happen.
Yeah,
So, and yeah, he also said that she had a particularly strong blood vein, which is defensive skill. So, he figured that would help. But next key point would have to be Ishin telling Ichigo about Uryu's mom and what happened with her. So I will let the Quincy start.
well, we find out that Udi's mom dies the same year as Masaki.
Hmm.
9 years ago. I
Yeah.
believe. Um, Turns out she was unconscious for 3 months and then passed away. So at least we know she didn't get murdered
Yeah.
or like directly murdered, but in a way she did get murdered.
Yeah.
So it's like it's Bleachception pretty much.
Bleach.
It's like she didn't get murdered, but then she got murdered. We find out Katsugiri's full name, so that's good to know. I wish we knew more about her
Yeah.
family, and more about Ryugen and Katsugiri, and why Ryugen doesn't like the Shinigamis.
Yeah.
So I'm getting off track. I'm just final page. I like this part. Actually, I like the entire chapter. I like the entire chapter, but I really like this part. I mean, to find out that Katsugiri and Masaki died the same year gives Ichigo and Ryu a bigger connection than they already have.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Yeah. Yeah, we finally find out Katagiri's full name, Kane Katagiri. And yeah, I like this part too. It was really good having. I mean, there could have been more to Katagiri's backstory, like you said. But it was nice because it sort of established that Ichigo and Uryu have a bigger connection than they know, like you said. So it's in a way, it's sort of establishing that Uryu is the second main character in Bleach, and we'll be following his stories as well. So if there's any doubt, Uryu is now the second character. Next part would be...
Hold on.
Huh?
I got something to add.
Yeah.
I know this may have been a filler, but episode 71 of Bleach, when Uryu has flashback of his mom, he was heartbroken to see his mom crying. I know it's a filler, guys, but bear with me. It seems like Ichigo had the same connection to his mom, and Uryu had the same connection to his mom.
Yeah.
I know, again, guys, I know it's a filler, alright? But it just makes sense, because the woman they put in that filler looks a lot like Katsugiri.
Yeah.
So if Kubo didn't have any say in that, then I'm going to be shocked, because it's like a splitting resemblance.
Yeah.
So, other than their moms dying, which gave them a good connection, it also seems like they both cared for their moms the same way, which makes them even closer.
Yeah.
So, again, that's all I'm going to say.
Their mothers were their sons. Like a star. So yeah. There was also next part would be Ichigo, saying thank you, and then he leaves the house, and Ikumi-san is waiting outside. And I'll go first for this part, But so Ichigo has found out everything by now, and he's going somewhere. He says, Ikumi is waiting outside, and I have a theory about this. Well, there's not really much theory, it's just sort of, I'm guessing something. But Ikumi wasn't, just coming around the corner, or she wasn't coming in the direction of Ichigo's house. And she wasn't at the door, she was standing outside by a telephone pole. And she must know something, in a way, because the fact that she was waiting for him to come outside, she knew that he was either talking or that he would be coming outside. So I still have some feelings about her. There's something about her. I just can't place my finger on it yet. And she hands the Shinigami badge right over to him. I think something may happen where Ichigo mentioned he heard voices whenever he had his Shinigami badge in the Fullbring arc. Who knows, maybe she heard voices or something, or maybe whenever she was holding it she saw ghosts or a hollow or something, I don't know. But something happened. I just can't place my finger on it. And then Ichigo says, I'm going to go, Dad. And we don't know where he's going, but my guess would have to be either the Ishida Manor to talk to Ryukin, or he's going to Udohara's shop in case Udohara is back. It's one of those two, I think. One of the two. But I think he's going to talk to Ryukin, because Ryukin was supposed to marry Misaki and blah blah blah. So yeah, I really like this part, and of course I fanboyed a little bit over Akumi. She could have had another panel, but we'll wait. I can wait. What did you think, Quincy?
I love the entire chapter, the ending the most, but I did really enjoy this part. Seeing Ikumi stand by the telephone pole, instead of like at the front door or something like that, it shows me that she knew exactly what was going on inside. I have a theory on Ikumi. My first theory was that she is her family is a royal family of Soul Society, or she's a royal Quincy, or her family's like a royal Quincy, something like that. Because if you look at her, she shares, like, her face looks a lot like Katagiri's. So she could be like Katagiri's sister, and I'm pretty sure she did see Ishin. So my guess would be she knew exactly what Ishin was going to tell Ichigo, and did not want to disturb Ishin telling Ichigo.
Yeah. She didn't want to disturb.
But yeah, I liked it, and it was really good.
Mm-hmm. And there was one final part. Should I go, or do you want to go, Quincy?
I don't know. I'm just like a tad happy about this part. Just a tad.
Well, I think it would be best if the Quincy gave away the big ending. So, you can go.
Well, guys, we're taken to the Von Erech Palace. We don't get to see the Von Erech Palace. But we see Juhabok in his throne, and it's hovering. His throne's hovering. And then Hoshwald walks in. Juhabok asks Hoshwald if he has retrieved the subject. And Hoshwald says, "Yes, I have. He's right here." And then we see a shoe. And here, guys, my heart skipped a beat because I thought Kubo was going to end the chapter with the shoe. I would have been really heartbroken. But the next page, it's a full page. It was a full page. The next page of the chapter, we get the comeback. The long-awaited arrival of Uryu Ishida. I'm trying to hold back my fanboy stream. I don't want you guys to hear that. He's back.
I heard it.
Of course you heard it. And guys, I need to say this. If you guys don't have any faith in Uryu, and knowing that him joining the Von Erech is pretty much just for his gain, then you guys don't know Uryu. He's clearly got something up his sleeve. Why would he side with the man who pretty much murdered his mom? Why would he side with the person who took his mom's impurity and killed her, pretty much?
Yeah.
Uryu has something planned. He pretty much, I believe, Uryu's only there to get stronger. After that, he's gonna find a way to leave. It's pretty much that. He's only there for his own gain. So guys, give Uryu a break and just put your faith in him. Just put your trust in him. That's all I'm asking. But I'm done.
Okay. I'm surprised it was so short.
I decided I should probably keep it short, or else we'll be here for another 12 minutes or so.
Oh. Yeah, I agree with everything you said. Absolutely. It's definitely for him to get stronger, and he's not. I mean, Juabak killed his mom, so. And like you said earlier, him and Ichigo share the same sort of feelings toward their mothers. So, but I have a feeling that Uri is going to be with them for a while, obviously. But I have a feeling that something's going to happen where he's going to get paired up against one of the first people that we meet in like episode. I don't know, like Renji. Like he has to fight Renji or he has to fight Rukia or something. I just have a feeling it's going to happen. And I think that he'll do something where, it looks like he killed them or injured them, but he actually does this trick thing, where, oh, it just knocks them out or whatever. Or I set my tasers to stun. Phasers, whatever they're called. But yeah, I really, really like this part, and it's about time that Uryu came back. I think for the past 3 or 4 weeks, even I don't fanboy over Uryu nearly as much, but even I have been like, okay, Kubo, Uryu needs to come back. It's been way too long, so, and it's about time. So yeah, I really like this chapter, and I'm really glad that you brought him back. That's it. Anything else to add?
I will say Uryu looked pretty badass in a Von Reich outfit.
Yeah, full page.
And if you can look at the pin on his shoulder, I mean, I didn't see Oswald wearing one of those. Then again, I didn't see like Oswald without his cloak.
Yeah.
So either that's like a pin of like the Von Reich, or maybe that's like an elite general pin.
Yeah, it said at the end of the chapter, I believe in German it said Prinz von Licht, which is Prince of Light. My German accent, well, my German's probably horrible, but still. But it translates to Prince of Light, so that must mean he's high up.
So Uryu is strong.
Yeah, well, we know Uryu is strong, yeah.
Every Uryu hater can just go.
Just go. Should we move on to the basic fact?
Yes.
Alright. For this chapter, what would you rate the badassness?
Well, throughout the entire chapter, until the end, it was a 7. And just seeing Uryu again bumped it up to an 11. Yeah. You?
For badassness for me, it just didn't seem like there was much that was going on other than talking in the beginning. So for me, the badassness would probably have to be about a 2 or 1. But seeing Uryu easily bumped it up to a 10, and the full page thing was just really awesome. So definitely a 10 at the end. Attention level. How much attention were you paying to the chapter?
Well, I always play pretty close attention with chapters. I would say about an 8 throughout the entire chapter, and then a 10 at the very end.
Okay.
And then he cut us off. That was bad.
For me, attention level would have to be about a 6. I'm usually about a 6, like I'm reading it and just sort of moseying along. And then the ending would have to bump me up to about a 9 or a 10 for review. Satisfaction. How satisfied were we with this chapter?
I was satisfied to know, like, what happened to Uryu's mom and Misaki and stuff like that. So pretty much an 8, and then, well, again at the end it bumped it up to a 10.
Yeah. Well, overall, overall satisfaction for me would have to be, I mean, like, we saw Kumi, we got everything explained, and we saw Uryu. So overall satisfaction for me would have to be at 9.5. Interest level. How interesting was the chapter?
It was very interesting, actually. I mean, I would have never pieced together like a chapter like that.
Yeah.
Pretty much, what I thought was like he would have gave some generic. Cooper would have gave him like some generic its reason.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like Brand Fisher, like blah blah blah, this and that, and someone else came out somewhere and all that. But no, it was like Juha Bach pretty much took their power away, and you know, a 9 pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a very interesting chapter. I mean, it was a lot of talking, but it's good to have the um, dialogue chapters too, because you get a lot explained. So interesting. How interesting was it for me? I'd have to say it was about 8.5. Comedy. How funny was this chapter?
Wasn't funny at all, actually.
No.
0.
No. It was probably about
This
0.
chapter was serious.
Yeah, this was a serious chapter, so 0. Fan service.
Well, we do this like a lot, but Ikumi has a lot of fanboys. Uryu has a lot of fangirls. Ichigo has a lot of fangirls. Hoshfald has a lot of fangirls. So if you like any of them, then 8 plus, pretty much.
Yeah. General fan service? Or is
General fan service? Yeah, 8 plus, pretty much.
Fan service for what Bleach is known for. I mean, Bleach isn't known for fan service, but for what it has, fan service wise, I have to rate it about a 5. But I mean, if you fanboy or fangirl over any of the characters, then it's obviously much, much, much higher. And animation. How well drawn was this chapter?
This chapter was actually really well drawn.
Yeah.
He was done a really good job in the ops of really detailing his drawings.
Yeah, it has.
7.5, 8.
Yeah.
Even like Udi's outfit was very well detailed, like the buttons and the pins and everything like that. So I'm really impressed. Keep up the good work, Ubo.
Yeah. I'd have to go with a 7.5. It was good, but like there was times where like Ichigo's jacket was the exact same color as the background, so it just sort of molded together. But yeah, it was pretty good. Predictability. How predictable is this chapter?
Wasn't predictable at all, actually. All of our predictions got flushed down the toilet.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna keep. I'm gonna hold on to them. So predictability is about like a 7, 8.
Oh. That'd be very predictable, though.
Oh no, never mind. I got my things mixed up. Still fanboying. Sorry, guys. Pretty much a 1 or 2.
Yeah. I was gonna say predictability would have to be about 2 for me. We did not see most of that coming. Did not see about 98% of that coming. But yeah. And overall chapter rating out of 5 stars.
On a reviewer standpoint,
Yeah.
a 3.5 or 4. On a fanboy standpoint, about a 6 out of 5.
Yeah. Overall chapter rating for me would have to be 3.7 stars out of 5. It was good and everything, and I really liked Udo coming back, but I have a feeling that there's much, much better chapters to come in the future. So 3.7. Anything else to add?
Not really.
No. Other than I'll be reviewing the Naruto and One Piece chapters later. I don't know about you, Quincy. I don't know if you're going to be reviewing the One Piece chapter, but
I won't be reviewing the One Piece chapter. I'll try to get around to the Soldier chapter. I know I missed the last one. Sorry about that. Some technical difficulties. I'll be reviewing Fairy Tail when it comes out Friday. And we should have our first Attack on Titan review soon.
Soon. Alright, well, links are in the description. Remember, like and add to favorite our videos. Subscribe, and we post a bunch of new videos whenever the chapters and episodes come out. Discuss stuff. Check our Facebook page out and follow us on Twitter. I greatly appreciate all of it. And yeah. I'm the Shinigami, and I'm signing off.
I'm the Quincy. Adios, otakus.
Gana.